Canada Diagnostic Centres, offering MRI, X-ray, and ultrasound services in Calgary and Okotoks.
Talking peanut allergies this morning, right? A hot button topic when it comes to moms and dads. Yeah, parents hear conflicting information all the time about when and how to introduce peanuts into their young child's diet, but our health specialist Leah Sarich joins us now with a new study. You're calling it a game-changing study.
I'm calling it a game changer. I think this one really is the game changer because, as you mentioned, we get conflicting information all the time and parents just really don't know what to do. But doctors tell me that this one is the game changer, and not just GPs. This is coming from an allergist who says this is the game changer. So let's get to it. So we all know that children are allowed to bring peanuts to school. We don't see them on airlines anymore. And this is all very reasonable in the sense that peanut allergy is the leading cause of anaphylaxis and death related to food allergies. So it's a very serious allergy. We have to take it seriously. But what's happened over the past 20 years is that the prevalence of peanut allergy has skyrocketed, and it has continued to climb. But over that time, the recommendations were to not introduce peanut till the age of 3. And so they did that, but the numbers continued to climb. So researchers are saying, well, maybe this isn't right. Maybe, because if the numbers keep going up, maybe we're not doing something right here. So they've started to revisit it. And now we have another new study. And this new study is saying, basically, they've got 2% of the children that have peanut allergy. So this is a huge number of kids. But in this time period, we're looking now at children, and they're visiting it when they're babies. So they're looking at it, they're starting to test these children at babies. And what they found, a new reputable study has found, that they looked at high-risk kids. So these are kids that already have a family member that have it. They may already have some eczema present already. So that puts them at high risk. They tested them for peanut allergy as babies, and if it was negative, they slowly and carefully, that's the critical point here, slowly and carefully introduced peanut. And the results are dramatic.
By introducing peanut into kids' diets at a very young age, and these are high-risk kids for developing peanut allergy, and having those kids eat peanut on a regular basis till 5 years of age, they actually managed to reduce the development of peanut allergy by about 85%. It was a very profound reduction in development of peanut allergy.
That is a high number.
That is huge.
Yeah.
So they reduced the risk of peanut allergy in these kids by 85%.
Wow.
Which is huge. So what this is saying is that these results are going to probably change the way we're looking at peanut allergy. So now, your family doctor, the thing is, though, may not know about this study yet. So if you're going to go into your family doctor today and say, I just heard this study on the show, they may not know about it yet. But what it is a good idea to do is get your family doctor to look it up. So it's in the New England Journal of Medicine. I'll have a link to it on my blog. So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay, so the study's on high-risk kids. What about your average child?
Right. So let's talk about that. So I asked Dr. that very question. And he says for the average child then, what they're now recommending is, and let's be clear, we don't have new guidelines just yet, but I'll let you know as soon as we have those new guidelines because the study's still new. But what the allergist is recommending is let's start slowly introducing peanut to these kids right at the regular time, so between 6 months and 12 months of age, to all these kids, as long as they're not high risk. So again, these are not kids that have family allergy in the family. They don't have eczema, that kind of thing. So if you have a low-risk kid, slowly and carefully introduce it. So that means just a little bit on the side of a cracker, give it to them, watch them for 15 minutes, look for any kind of reaction, do it again, wait 15 minutes, that kind of thing. Just like you would sort of any other food, but very slowly and carefully, for sure.
I guess you got to talk to your doctor first, though, right, to find out if your child is...
Exactly, if your child is at high risk. And for those children who may be at higher risk, here's what Dr. is recommending for right now.
If there's a family that has kids at a high risk of developing peanut allergy, and I think the highest risk group of all would be families in whom there already is a child or parent that has a peanut allergy. They're very high risk in the range of about 5%. They should actually speak to their physician during pregnancy in order to arrange for screening of that child when the child is, say, 6 or 8 months of age. It may take a while to organize screening for that child. And if that child can be screened and proven non-allergic, they should start introducing peanut in their diets at a very young age.
This is interesting to me because I have a 5-month-old at home.
That's right. So what you want to do is establish whether or not your child is high risk. If they are, you want to get them tested. But the reason Dr. is recommending you do this in pregnancy or very early right after birth is because it takes a while to see an allergist in Calgary. So you'll want to get in to see that allergist, get that testing done. And if they test negative, then yes, you may want to start introducing peanut early on.
All right. Interesting study here. We're going to put all the information on our website and Leah's blog, breakfasttelevision.ca.